It has almost been 1 year.
Of pretty close to full-time RV living. So, did we like it?
Or did we hate it?
Do we want to keep going?
You got to wait and see. All right, so this morning I woke up and I said we need to do a video, and we need to do a video on the 1 year anniversary of our semi full-time camping.
Yeah, because it pretty much started when we left for Thanksgiving last year, which is coming up in a week or so.
So I decided to do this little impromptu that she doesn't usually like to do. And I said, what I want you to do is I want you to get your phone out and I want you to write up 4 questions to ask me about how we liked this last year. And I'll do the same thing. So this is unscripted. There's not going to be any cuts. There's not going to be any, unless something falls over there, but no cuts, no edits, no nothing. It's just going to be, I ask her a question, she's going to ask me a question, and we're going to answer it the honest way we got.
Most honest answer we've got.
So
it is a little windy today, but it's nice outside, so that's why we're outside. So
it's nice enough for her to sit outside.
Hopefully there's not any wind noise, but there are a lot of people, so that may end up having to be something that's edited out because there's a lot of vehicles, golf carts riding around. So
I'm going to start off with the first question.
Okay.
And I'm going to start off kind of easy for her.
All right.
I already know the answer to this question.
You might be surprised.
So the first question for you is, where was your favorite destination this year?
So that's kind of a tricky question because anybody that knows me knows that hands down, I always want to go to the Keys. Like I can leave tomorrow, today, next week. If you say, hey, where you want to go, let's go.
We are leaving soon.
I'm going to say the Keys. It's where I'm going for Thanksgiving and I would stay there. But with that being said, my favorite stop this year was at Sutler Post Farm in Mechanicsville, Maryland. And it's a Clydesdale farm. And
it's a harvest host.
It is. And they are awesome hosts. They are great people. And they have a whole barn full of Clydesdales. What's not to love?
You would rather see the horses than the manatees?
I mean, it is a toss-up. But yeah, I'm always going to like to go see the horses now. Side note on that, that is seasonally. That's going to be a seasonal answer because I'm not going to choose to go there in the winter.
So the funny thing is we're getting ready to leave here and go do both of those 4. We're getting ready to go to Sutler's Post.
I'm going to go see my boys and then head south.
Head south to the Keys. So that was kind of a surprise. I guess I knew you liked them, but I didn't know if they would top the Keys.
We're going to go say goodbye to them until warmer weather, and then we're going to head south. But they will always be the top of my list of places to go.
All right.
Oh, so now it's my turn.
I'm kind of nervous.
So in this year of living in the RV, toting it everywhere, what is one thing, and I know there's more than one, but one thing, maybe the most important thing that you have learned? It can be about, anything. It can be about towing.
What I have learned. Mm-hmm. Well, see, I gave you an easy question to start off.
Well, I had an easy one. Figured I'd just jump right in.
What I have learned about anything in RV.
About anything, whether RVing, traveling with dogs.
Well, I guess I've learned that the RV community is the best. We have met a lot of amazing people on the road in 1 year. The Hershey show, the Tampa show, our meetups that we have, just the people. And I'm not a people person.
RV people are a little different.
RV people are a little bit different, I guess, because they're in your same niche, the same niche, whatever you want to call it. We're all RVers. We're all out there to help each other. So.
Well, and I think when you meet on the streets, just in general at work or wherever, you may meet someone that you have common interests with, but when you meet people RVing, you all at least immediately
It's
have
like that little meme.
one
People
common
that
bond,
they can strike up a
right?
conversation.
Nothing like talking to a total stranger in your pajamas with a poop bag in your hand and a dog at the end of the leash.
So I think that was the number one thing that I have, just meeting the people and seeing the people. And now we're traveling with people and meeting up with other people along the way.
And re-meeting people.
Re-meeting. Yep. So after one of our meetups one year, or last year, we had some of the people at our meetup contact us and say, we're going to do a small meetup. Would you guys like to come? So
We had a great time.
great, awesome time. So I guess that's probably my number one thing. Learning is the RV community is better than I thought it would be.
Okay.
All right, so your questions are going to start getting a little harder. What was your least favorite part about RVing this year?
Not stop, but the least favorite just part.
Anything about RVing?
Well, I don't think we've been anywhere that I didn't like.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you know, it wasn't like, oh, I never want to go there again. So I can't say, oh, it was that trip to here. I'm going to say, can it be a two-part answer? Because I think probably the worst thing was...
I have a worst thing.
No.
But no.
My worst thing is probably going to be flat tire on the side of the road, because I don't like that.
That happens.
But it happens. And traveling with a dog that has a very sensitive stomach, because that can be somewhat of a nightmare on travel day.
What do you think?
Just another travel day with a dog with a sensitive stomach. Love you, Max. I don't really have any complaints other than that. Like, you're probably going to come up with something that I'm going to go,
Well, duh. The day the awning fell.
that was a bad day too.
Yeah, that was your fault.
Of course it was. Because I had to take the dogs
I
out.
was trying to be nice.
It all comes back to the
Keep her
dogs.
dry because it was raining that day, and then the awning crashed. But what are you looking at?
Our awning that's now, what is this? Perpendicular to the ground instead of parallel with the ground. Not a good day.
I thought you always bring an awning in.
You do.
Again? I did it my fault again?
You ask any of our kids or anybody that knows us, you are 150% anal about the awnings. And I love my dogs. I can't imagine life without them, but my little Max, my little Westie, has a very sensitive system.
So Harold, One Strange Adventure, if you're watching this, yes.
Poor Max. And it is poor Max, and we're learning to deal with him, and you know, it's always a game, but it does make it hard on travel days when he throws up in the back of the truck or doesn't make it to the next rest stop, or you know, whatever. And he can't help it, so it's not really a complaint. It's just
it is what it is.
Really inconvenient some days. That's the one thing that if I could snap and fix it, I would fix little Max's stomach so that it was easier to travel with him.
All right. Give me my next question.
Okay.
Easier.
Well, this you already asked me, but it was my thing. Where was your favorite place that we've gone this year?
You know, I don't have a favorite place. I just like getting out and getting away. And
But was there even maybe not a favorite stop, but a favorite area of the country? Like, do you love...
This year, not really, because we stayed on the East Coast most of the time, and we've been on the East Coast, so I haven't really... Next year, we're headed out west, and I'm hoping to be able to change that answer. But I've been all over the East Coast, so I haven't really had a certain place. What I like about it the most is being here for 7 days, 14 days, and moving. I don't like to sit still. I don't like to be in a campsite longer than 21 days. That's why we're loving the Harvest Host, because you're there for a day and you move. You're there for there and you move. And we've been here for 21 days, and I'm ready to go. So
Do you all have a favorite place? Be it a park or a certain state or a certain...
now I know when I go out west,
Town?
this is all going to change. This
Oh,
question next year is
definitely,
gonna be totally
definitely.
different. Because we grew up on the East Coast. We've been on the East Coast.
So we're used to that, but going out west, we'll see different things. But I'm always interested to hear what other people really like. I've heard great things about South Dakota. It seems to be a common answer for anybody that's been
now we're supposed to be
out
headed
west.
down to what's
Texas,
the beach?
Magnolia Beach, where you
So if
can
anybody's
camp
been
on the
there-
beach.
If anybody's been there, let us know what you think about it because we're headed there. We want to see what that's like, and if everything goes right, that may be one of my favorite stops. But we haven't been there, so I don't know. So
We'll
just
see.
moving around, traveling, once back to the first question, meeting more and more people. That's
That's
what I
your
like.
favorite
That's my
place?
favorite place.
Anywhere you go to meet new
Meet
folks?
more new folks. So.
Okay. That's valid.
All right, let me pull up my next question for you. So, everybody knows that we like to eat, and we try to stay keto as much as we possibly can. But keto lately is
It's been bad. It's been
bad.
hard.
We haven't been doing keto. So, my question for you is, which destination this year had the best food,
Oh.
and what was it?
Well, I know.
See, we like to eat, so everywhere's the best food.
Well, this is probably going to surprise you, but I feel like there should be a Mexican restaurant that like is at the top of the board because hands down that's my favorite type of food.
We didn't go to Texas and New Mexico this year.
But I'm going to go with, we camped at 1,000 Trails in, I think, Jefferson, Ohio. It's called Genesee Lake. And while we were up there, we toured Ashtabula, which they have, there's like a winery tour you can do, like a self-guided, you just get the map at the tourist center, or I think it's even online, and a covered bridge tour. And we've done that area a couple of times. Hey, where did
Couldn't
we
get
go
an answer.
yesterday? Oh, we had to take the truck to the shop yesterday.
Oh, makes me feel
What
better.
are you gonna
Yeah.
do?
You weren't just mad at me.
No,
No,
we
we're not
weren't
mad
even
at you.
here. So we met this nice couple next door, Sarah and John, a couple days ago, and we were talking about the channel and talking about different ideas for videos. And so today, while we were recording, Sarah showed up. Didn't realize we were recording. Not a big deal. She apologized
that's what life is
profusely
about.
for interrupting. And you know what? As we say, it's all about the people. No worries. We stopped, we chatted with her, and she was up the other night thinking of different ideas for videos for us.
So we
So
appreciate you because that's what we're looking for.
absolutely. Thank you, Sarah, for your input. And she had some great ideas. So we will get back to that later. At a later date, we will do videos that will be things that we came up with thanks to Sarah and some of her suggestions. But let's get back to, I think we were
So
on...
you were in Ashtabula, we were
Yeah, my
doing the
favorite
tours.
restaurant. And I think I said Mexican is typically my favorite, but Ashtabula covered bridge tour. We found this little place. They have this cute little downtown area. And I don't know that it's necessarily in Ashtabula. That part could be wrong, but I know it's in that area. It's right on the water, and it's called Briquettes, and it's a barbecue restaurant.
barbecue.
Barbecue. I know, not my normal thing.
Wow.
We've been there before though, and we liked it. Barbecue.
Barbecue.
This time I got this thing, it was like, I don't know, a chili mac something, and it was their homemade mac and cheese.
Is that keto?
No,
Oh.
not even a little, well, maybe a little bit. Keto mac and cheese, if you took that part off. Then it had their homemade chili and pulled pork and jalapenos, cheese, yeah, more cheese, and sour cream. Pretty sure that's what
Not
it was.
Mexican.
Not Mexican, but it had chili in it. It was very spicy, so maybe that counts. But I think that was my favorite restaurant. I think we went there twice this year. So I know, no
Second
Mexican.
thing you surprised me on.
I know. I'm full of surprises.
Yeah, you're full of surprises.
You just never know.
What's your next
So
one?
then it's my turn.
I guess I get my phone back out because I have more.
My next question
Make
for
these
you,
easier for me.
I think this is an easy one. After a year of pretty close to full time in the RV, what is one thing that you would change? It could be anything. It could be you'd like a different truck or maybe a different RV, maybe the toy hauler's not for you, more or fewer miles you'd like to travel in a day.
Well, we have done over 49,000 miles in 2.5 years.
So, you know, like some people have a number. They travel this many miles or this many hours a
How
day.
many miles a day you guys traveling on average?
Ours, it just kind of depends
15
on.
hours one day?
We
3
don't do
hours the
15 hours. That's
We've
not a
never
true
done
story.
15 hours?
I don't believe we have.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it counts if the time zone adds an hour to your trip. I don't think that makes it, that doesn't really count because you didn't really travel that hour. It was just like a blip.
Who believes that? We know we've done the 15-hour
That's what I'm going with. It's my story and I'm sticking to it.
But anyway, your question was what again?
What one thing would you change? Anything. It could be anything. As far as like
Just this
RV
year?
living, traveling with the RV. Well, you know, like I guess in general it could be.
Well, in general,
Doesn't have to
general,
be.
it's just like everybody else's that I've talked to, except for one person ever. We should have done this a lot earlier, a lot sooner.
Okay, that's yeah, that's good.
Like
Because you would change it. But this year's the first year we've really done pretty close to full time. So if you would have started it sooner.
If it wasn't for work related, what I wish that we could have done was gone to more places. Because since we got
well, we
back
had
into work,
COVID,
we
that
had
put us
COVID.
down for a little bit, and then we
and
had to
work-
go back and
then
work.
real life came through, and that put us down for a little bit. So we had to stay around our home state. If I
But-
could change it,
We can always go more places. That's what it's all about.
so probably that's what I'd rather do.
You would have
is
started doing it
I'd have
sooner.
started doing it earlier and go to a lot more places because we've been here for 21 days. I still don't like the 21 days. I'm still 7, 14 max.
I think 14's a happy number because 7's not enough. But that's just my opinion.
21's too long. I'm ready to go
21,
now.
I know you're ready to roll.
So is that all your questions?
No, we had 4. That was only 3. So, unless you couldn't count when you came up with your
Hold tight.
4.
1, 2, 3. I think we've done them all. We've done all of them. Well, anyway,
I still have one more.
Then-
So,
then maybe you cheated. Because the destination, which destination is the best food was mine, and then you said that.
but I still have another one.
Okay, we're asking.
What's your favorite thing about RV life?
Well, duh. The people.
See, that was easy.
Don't.
You didn't ask me 4 questions.
I did ask you 4 questions.
Let me see.
Where was your favorite destination?
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Sutler Post.
What was your least favorite part about RVing?
Traveling with the dogs.
Okay, maybe I did have one more. I skipped one. I'm sorry.
See, this is my life. I'm just saying.
What do you dislike the most about travel day?
It's again going to probably be the dogs.
The dogs.
Well, because see, here's the thing. Dogs are smart and we have a routine every morning. You know, you get up, you let them out, they eat, you take them back out in a little while. Well, on travel day, our routine is different. We get up, we let them out, we feed them.
You get up earlier is what happens. You don't
Whatever.
sleep till 9, 10 o'clock.
I don't sleep till 10 o'clock.
Gee whiz.
But anyhow, so
when we get up at 7, the dogs
when
know
we
it's
get up
travel day.
early and we let them out and we feed them, and then instead of like sitting down enjoying a cup of coffee or something for a minute, we're packing things up and moving things to where they live on travel day. The dogs know we're traveling.
That's why we try to do a lot of it at night.
Yeah,
A little
we try to
bit-
do it the
little
night
bit at
before, because then, except for Max, the girls
Poor
get
Max.
the girls get crazy. They start jumping around and whining and they're all excited. And then, what do you need them to do on travel day before you travel? You need them to poop. I mean, let's be real.
There's that baggie again.
It's a fact. Well, then nobody wants to poop because they're all in a hurry. You take them outside and they're dancing around to get in the truck. They're not paying attention to going to the bathroom. And then you get them in the truck, and before it's really time to stop, they start whining because now they
Because
need
we
to
have
poop.
a 15-hour drive. They have to go to the bathroom.
Anyway, not that they're hard to travel with. It's just that they're smart and they know when it's travel day and they get so excited. That's probably my least favorite thing. I don't mind hooking the camper up. I don't mind cleaning it up and whatever. That's not a thing. It's just them. And it's not that they're bad. They just get so excited. And then the whole time you're trying to clean up and put things away, they're whining and jumping around and going to the door and carrying on.
So what is your worst thing about travel day? Let us know, because
I think a lot of people,
we don't really have it bad of a...
it's the poop. I think for a lot of people, it's the black tank because nobody wants to deal with that. But I mean, that's just my opinion, and I don't deal with that. He does all that. I do the inside stuff, and he does the outside.
I just pull the thing and just let it come out.
Okay, whatever.
All right, anyway. I had a bonus question for you. I wasn't going to let you off
A
that
minute
easy.
ago, he was done, and I had an extra question. Now he's got a bonus question.
Well, I want to know this.
Okay.
Because we're getting ready to start year 2.
Okay.
And this year, I think we're going to be hoping to do more. So the question is, the bonus I have for you is, do you want to do it all over again for another year?
Oh, absolutely.
Why?
Because why wouldn't you?
Well,
We meet, and that's another thing we were telling Sarah when she was here, and why it isn't a problem that she paused our video for a moment so we could talk to her.
I said, like, really?
No. We meet the coolest people camping, the most interesting people, and like I was telling Sarah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter if you have kids, if you don't, how many you have, if you have dogs, cats, whatever. We all have this common thread, excuse me, and
all
it's
RVers.
It's RVing, but it's so cool to meet these other people that do the same thing you do day in and day out. They all have different backstories.
Nobody has the same story. There's no same
and they all
story.
have different, scenarios that they're living in right now. Some people are work camping, some people have kids that are going to school, but we're all in this common thread where we're all hitting the road and traveling in our RVs, and despite all of our differences, we're all doing it together.
What was your number one reason to start RVing?
And
all want to know. That's what I always ask people.
And are you glad you did it? And would you do it again? If tomorrow you were to start all over again, would you choose this life and continue to do it? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. I hope you stayed around to the end of the video so that you could tell me that, because that's what I'm interested to know. We've only heard one person in all the
these
years.
Why do you always say the same thing I say?
Oh my gosh.
Told you, not rehearsed.
One person in all these years that has
That's what happened. We've been
said
together for 30 years.
they didn't like it.
Watch that leaf.
I know, right?
And I don't know what their reason was. I can't even remember. Once they said they didn't like it, I just turned them off.
She just said, I just didn't like it. I just didn't like it. So, whatever, everybody's got their thing. But do you like it? Would you do it again? If there's something you would do, but you would do it way different,
Let us know.
what is that? I want to know. Please comment below and let us know.
So, make sure if you're liking these videos, this is just us. It's just us. And that's what she said when Sarah left. She said, I like you guys because you guys are just us. And that's who we are. We're just
This is us every day.
Like it or not.
Like, it's just us.
But anyway, like our videos. Give us some likes. We need the likes. We need the likes. We need you to share these videos out as
Thumbs
much
up.
as you possibly can.
Subscribe.
And ring the bell.
Ring the bell. Do all the things.
Until the next time you find us video in front of everybody like this.
Safe travels, y'all.